Now picture this, Friday the 13th, a date people often link to bad luck. Well, it's no surprise that strange things tend to happen on this eerie day. In 1996, the world lost a legendary rapper, Tupac Shakur. On the night of September 7th, he was in Las Vegas, celebrating his business partner's birthday. The night took a shocking turn when he attended the Bruce Seldon vs. Mike Tyson boxing match at the MGM Grand. But here's where it gets eerie. Later that night, around 11:15 p.m., Tupac and his crew were driving, minding their own business. They stopped at a red light, and that's when it happened. A white four-door Cadillac pulled up next to Tupac's vehicle, and someone in that Cadillac just opened fire, unloading a hail of bullets. Tupac was struck 4 times in the arm, thigh, and chest. One bullet even pierced his right lung. It's hard to believe, but he held on for 6 days before passing away on September 13th, a Friday, the 13th. The case remained unsolved for years, shrouded in suspicion. Was it Suge Knight, Biggie Smalls, or someone else entirely? But in 2023, a man named Dwayne Keith Davis was charged in connection with Tupac's murder. Though not the triggerman, he's accused of being the mastermind behind the hit. And the trial continues, unraveling the mystery further. It makes you wonder, does Friday the 13th hold a darker power than we realize? You've heard the tales, the superstitions about avoiding flights on Friday the 13th. Well, it seems there might be more to it than just old wives' tales. Back in October 1972, a plane heading to Chile had 45 passengers and crew on board, including the Old Christians Club rugby union team and their loved ones. But destiny had other plans. The flight crash landed in the Andes Mountains on that fateful Friday the 13th. Tragedy struck as 3 crew members and 9 passengers lost their lives immediately. The rest faced a horrifying ordeal. They huddled in the wreckage for warmth, but when things got desperate, they had to resort to cannibalism just to survive. A rescue mission was sent out, but after 10 days, it was called off. Miraculously, 72 days after the crash, 2 survivors trekked through harsh conditions, covering 38 miles to seek help. The nightmare finally ended. And incredibly, on that same Friday the 13th, another plane crash took place, claiming 174 lives. It was Aeroflot 217, and it crashed just 3 miles away from the runway in Russia. It's one of the deadliest plane crashes in history. So, flying on Friday the 13th may just be a superstition, but these stories make you question whether there's more to it than meets the eye. The sea can be a treacherous place, and on Friday the 13th in 2012, a chilling maritime disaster unfolded, reminding us of the ominous reputation of this date. Imagine this. The Costa Concordia, a colossal cruise ship, was leaving Italy with 3,126 passengers and 1,022 crew members on board. The plan was simple, a maritime salute to the onlookers as they approached Giglio Island. But on this Friday the 13th, disaster struck. The ship deviated from its course and veered too close to the rocky island. You see, this place was known for its underwater rock formations, and someone noticed these rocks right in the ship's path. Frantic efforts to change course were made, but a language mix-up led to a devastating collision. The ship's bow narrowly cleared the rocks, but the stern rammed into them, causing massive damage. The ship listed and started sinking with 32 lives tragically lost, including passengers and crew. A frantic rescue mission followed, but Captain Francesco Schettino abandoned ship, leaving 300 passengers stranded. They were later rescued by helicopters and boats. Schettino faced manslaughter charges and a 16-year prison sentence, but the true cost of the disaster was much higher, estimated at $2 billion. Only a third of the survivors accepted compensation. These chilling events make you wonder, is Friday the 13th a date with a sinister touch? And finally, we have the curious case of Daz Baxter. On one fateful Friday the 13th, he decided to stay in bed all day, hoping to evade bad luck. A seemingly wise choice, right? However, in a twist of fate, the floor of his apartment building suddenly collapsed beneath him. It's a reminder that Friday the 13th may not be as ordinary as it seems. These stories are a chilling reminder that Friday the 13th is more than just a date on the calendar. Is it just superstition, or could there be something more sinister lurking beneath the surface?